really big piece of this that the Wildlife Commission failed to include in this video. Good job. Welcome in. So this is something a little bit different for me. I wanted to take an opportunity to do a reaction video here for a recent post from the North Carolina Wildlife Commission. I follow their YouTube page. They put out some helpful information. This one caught my eye because it was related to dove hunting, and we know we are a very dove-oriented and focused channel. There was one thing specifically I wanted to address, along with a few other comments. Let's hop into it.
Hi, I'm Officer Monroe with the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission. I want to share some information with you about the upcoming dove season. Before hunting, be sure to take a hunter safety course and get your hunting license and HIP certification.
First of all, the hunter's education program is a requirement for any adult obtaining a hunting license, but that's not something you can just walk in and get done. It's actually a class you're going to have to sign up for ahead of time. So just be aware that's not something you can just walk into the license agency and obtain. So I just want to make sure that's clear for any new hunters that are going to be purchasing a license for the first time in North Carolina as an adult. Let's keep going.
If you get checked by a wildlife officer, here's what you can expect. Officers will check your hunting license and HIP certification. They will check your shotgun to make sure it's not capable of holding more than 3 shells. Officers will check your bag limit, which is 15 birds.
Okay, let's stop right there. So an encounter with a game warden. I've been through this many a times. We just encountered this last year when we were down at Hyde County duck hunting. We had 3 officers come up and check us, and I can tell you, just like he said there, you can expect to have your gun checked, your license checked, and your bird bag possession checked. One thing I would strongly recommend is as soon as you see the officer approaching you, begin unloading your firearm. That immediately lets him or her know that you are prepared for what is about to happen. You're fully aware that you're about to be checked, and that your gun is unloaded, and that makes them feel more comfortable that you're not putting your gun down to your side and you're swinging a loaded firearm walking in their direction. So as soon as you see the officer, go ahead and start unloading your gun and be cordial with them, greet them with them. Hello, how are you doing today, sir? How are you doing today, ma'am? If you show them respect, they're gonna show you equal respect. Show them you know the deal, be polite, be cordial, and they'll show the same to you. Everything should go smooth. As long as you're legal, you won't have any problems. You'll be on with your hunt.
Make sure the area you're hunting is not illegally baited. An area is considered baited for 10 days following the complete removal of all salt, grain, or other feed.
Okay, let's stop right there because that's a really big piece of this. Let's go back to that slide real quick here. Up to 10 days after complete removal of salt, grain, or feed. He left out one key piece of that. That is salt, grain, or feed that has been added to a field, that has been applied to a field, spread on a field for the purposes of attracting more doves. I have got a field close to 4 acres of grain on the ground, but that grain was planted and manipulated for the purposes of attracting doves, which is perfectly legal. That can remain in the field indefinitely throughout the remainder of the season. So they left out a very critical piece here, and that is feed, grain, or salt that was put into the field for the purposes of attracting doves. If you've got a field full of grain, such as corn, sorghum, sunflowers, millet, any of the sort, that can be in the field, can lay on the ground while you're standing there hunting over a pile of corn that you have bush hogged. So another point on the spreading of salt, grain, or feed. It is legal in North Carolina to top sow winter wheat at 100 pounds per acre, top sown onto the ground, meaning you do not have to incorporate it, you do not have to till it into the soil, disc it into the soil. It can be simply top sown or scattered across a field for a fall, winter cover crop, soil stabilization. That is completely legal. You do need to be within the seeding window, which can be a little bit of a gray area. I have done this in late August and had great success establishing winter wheat. Some say you need to wait until mid-September for it to be legal. That's going to be a question for your local warden as to what they deem as legal. But winter wheat can be top sown, spread across the top of a tilled or cut field for the purposes of soil stabilization and hunted over that same day. So that is a really big piece of this that the Wildlife Commission failed to include in this video, but I wanted to make sure it was very clear.
Remember to keep your muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Thanks, stay safe.
Well, that certainly left a lot to be desired. I understand that was a short video and mainly just to hit the highlights of the upcoming dove season, but there is a lot more that goes into hunting doves than what was covered in that video, so I wanted to add some clarity to this and expound upon it a little bit more. Another really important thing that I think they left out are shooting hours. So you can dove hunt 30 minutes before sunrise, just like waterfowl, up until sunset. 30 minutes before sunrise till sunset are the hours for dove hunting in North Carolina. If you enjoyed this video addressing topical things going on in North Carolina, particularly relates to hunting and outdoors and fishing, drop a comment down below. Let me know. There are lots of press releases coming out weekly from the Resource Commission, Fisheries Department, DEQ, and other entities that affect the sport that we're doing. If you enjoyed this reaction video, drop a comment, let me know. I would love to do some more and share with you. But until next time, thank you for watching. God bless. Take care.